Good morning, Richard.
Morning, Anne. How are you?
Thank you for being with us this morning. I know this is a topic of interest to a lot of businesses. What is the role of their insurance in all this?
That's right, Anne. I suppose it's a very hot topic at the moment for business owners and I suppose landlords, particularly commercial landlords. I suppose the majority of people will have insurance taken out in their premises, and within that policy, there's normally a business interruption cover. Now, the problem at the moment is a lot of the insurance companies are sitting on the fence. A lot of the insurance companies are writing out to their clients saying that they have no business cover because COVID-19 is not covered under the policy. Now, I suppose I've done probably a few weeks research into this topic of COVID-19 and what's covered and what's not covered, and I feel that there's a couple of loopholes in policies. And I suppose what we would say to people is, first you need to look at your policy, see what you're covered for, make sure you have business interruption cover. Now, typically that's always based on gross profit, so you just need to check the limit that's on it and make sure it corresponds to your turnover, and just check the basics, get your policy schedule out. And I suppose the question is, where do you go from there? I suppose the first thing is contact your broker or the likes of myself, an insurance loss assessor, and I can review it, and your broker could review it for you. But typically at the moment, insurance companies are just giving it a blanket no, with the exception of AXA, who are covering claims. But again, it's a protracted enough process. I suppose initially the information they look for would be set of audited accounts, set of management accounts, date when you close, leases, any hire purchase agreements, any ongoing costs to the business, and then they'll look for whatever savings they can take off, staff savings, etc., and that kind of stuff. So it can be quite complicated and tedious for people. So I suppose that's where we come in, and that's what we try and help people with. I suppose initially, and we would review the policy schedule and the policy documents, and we would look for, we have a checklist done up of information that we would need. We'd need a mandate, we'd need just a summary of what's after happening, the turnover, number of staff, etc. And I suppose with the climate the way it is, and with insurance companies turning down claims, we're operating on a no fault, no fee basis. I suppose morally I feel obligated to try and help as many businesses as I can, and that's why we're operating no fault, no fee. While I feel I have a strong enough case and done a lot of research and got legal opinion on the research I did, I still want to, I suppose, a lot of people would be apprehensive throwing good money after bad, so we're trying to eliminate that and take on the claims on a no fault, no fee basis. Obviously, if we are successful, we charge a fee, and I think nobody would object to that. But it is a long and difficult process. Nothing is straightforward with the insurance companies, and like I say, it's well documented with the likes of FBD. There's a lot of high-profile court cases going on. Even the insurance policies that said they would cover infectious diseases are now trying to get out of it. They're trying to say that it was never designed to cover the likes of COVID-19 pandemic. It was more for localized diseases that would break out within a 20-mile radius of the premises. Again, it's hard to see how the insurance companies can defend themselves, but as anybody knows, when you go to the High Court or take an insurance company to the High Court, there's huge costs up front for the person taking the case, and insurance companies have deep pockets, so they could protract it out quite substantially. Maybe you might be talking a year or two before decisions come, and that might be just too late for a lot of businesses because they wouldn't be able to wait 2 years to be paid. So it's a huge issue for people and business owners and property owners. So we're trying to help them navigate through that minefield as much as possible. So that's basically what we're doing. I've my contact details. Should anybody wish to contact me, I'm going to be glad to talk to them and see if I can steer them in the right direction.
That's very good. Thank you, Richard. If I could just summarize there, what you're saying is the first thing to do would be to contact your insurance broker or to make contact with an insurance loss assessor. In other words, don't go direct to your insurance company in the first instance. Is that right?
Yes, that's correct. And I suppose the first thing the person needs to do really is pull out their policy and see what they're covered for. Now, look, there's a lot of technical jargon in insurance policies, but look, if people want to give me a call, I can have a chat with them, see what they're covered for. I know fairly quickly what they're covered for and what they're not covered for. But look, there's probably maybe less than 10 main insurance providers in the market, so on commercial property. So it's kind of it's a narrow enough market, so I'd be able to tell them straight, fairly upfront what they're covered for and what they're not covered for. But like I say, at the moment, the blanket response from insurance companies seems to be, they're sitting on the fence, they're waiting to see who blinks first. And like I say, even the insurance companies where you read the policy and say, yeah, I am covered for an infectious disease, are now saying that it was never designed for COVID-19, and they're saying that there's no cover available. So these are the ones that are being sued. But again, that's an expensive process for a lot of business owners, couldn't afford to go down that route,
Yeah, okay.
So,
Well, thank you very much for that, Richard. There will be, I'm sure, a lot of businesses that are interested in looking further at this.
yeah, certainly. And look, if they want to email their policies to me, all I need is the policy schedule, and I can review it and have a quick chat with them. Just send me an email with their contact details and a copy of their policy schedule. I can review it then and tell them whether I feel it's worth pursuing or not.
That's brilliant. Thank you very much for that.
All right, no problem, man. And thank you for your time.